Okay, recording. All right, so the key topics that I wanted to talk about, which I think it's a perfect time to talk about them because it's the beginning of the month. We are on a huge month, like major momentum is already happening. Yesterday, we added like 12 or 13 people on the second day of the month. It was nutso. Duplication and retention, the two like most important parts of this business. Okay, so we love to add ambassadors. It's like you get a little rush from it. It's exciting to add a new ambassador. It's a thrill of, finding new people and adding them and getting them all set up. But the reality of it is that we have to pay attention to those people on month 2 and month 3 and month 4. And we're still getting that 5 points, whether there's somebody new or there's somebody that's been on the products each month. So we want to put in as much effort to those people and retaining them as we do when we're talking to them to get them added. So especially right now with the success sprints, where like every month that these people stay, you're getting more and more points, your success sprint points. So it's just super, super important to be retaining these people. I've got like 8 million notes here and they're not in order, so I'm trying to go through them. So I wanted to talk about, first of all, what to do when you first sign somebody. So we want to make sure that everybody is on this kind of same page with a system that works, and it's going to make our lives easier. It's going to be easier for your newbies to understand. So if you guys are newer or you want to write this down, it's just like major things to do right after they sign. So as soon as you sign somebody up as an ambassador, you want to make sure they get their tips for success. If you don't have that image of the tips for success, let somebody know. We can send these images. The getting started guide for whatever welcome pack that they got, and that they are added to a live tribe and getting tagged in the getting started video. So Marianne's got that video, the getting started guide. It's just a great one. She actually just made like a second part to that. So if you've got a bunch of people in there, you might want to just go in and tag them on that newer video. But those 3 things, getting started guide, the tips for success, getting tagged in a live tribe. So those 3 things are super, super important. And I always do a voice message after I send them saying, hey, so I just sent you some tips for success above. Just make sure you're looking at those, reading those over, following those. And I've also sent you, if they order the triplex, I've sent you the triplex getting started guide. So make sure you follow that chart. When you get your products in, let me know when they get in, send me a message and follow the chart above. So you want to ease into the products, and the chart above is going to help you do that. It's going to lead you to more success with the products instead of just going kind of all in like the back of the bottles do. So I always want to remind them of that even after I send that chart or the getting started guide. Make sure you're following the chart that I send. Don't follow the bottles, and keep it just like drilled in their head not to do that, because people will still be like, oh, I took 12 bio cleanse and three probio the first day and my stomach hurts. It's like, well, duh, you've never taken them before. Like maybe if you listened and I said, oh, did you look at the chart above that I sent you like 2 days ago? And they're like, no. I'm like, okay, well, I didn't just do that for my own health. You know what I mean? Like I really did mean follow that chart. So the more that you talk about it in the beginning, the easier it'll be for them to understand to actually follow that getting started guide. So the second thing about, in this little process, make sure that they know that this is not an overnight fix. And the sooner that you do that, whether that's in the ordering process or after the ordering process, when you're giving them all this information, make sure they know this is not a quick fix. This is not an overnight pill. They really need to set that expectation that they're going to be on these products for 60 to 90 days. It is a lot easier to help somebody that understands that than to try to help somebody and save somebody that's like, well, it's been a week and I haven't seen anything. You know what I mean? Those type of people are going to battle back with you and argue with you when you talk about the 60 to 90 days in the beginning when they're first signing. Then they know, okay, oh yeah, you did tell me this wasn't an overnight fix. This was going to take 60 to 90 days. So you want to be setting that expectation early so that they're not coming back at you and being annoyed that, they didn't lose 30 pounds in 7 days. Major, major important. Okay, the last part of that after they sign little bit is get a 3-way chat started with your sponsor. I still do this with Megan's Dot. Every single person that I add, I start a 3-way chat. And how I say that is, I don't know if you want to write this down, but if you got it, a lot of us have been doing this a while. I say, hey, Sally, I just wanted, and I don't ask for permission. I never ask for permission to do this. I just do it. Because if somebody's like, you ask for permission, they'll be like, nah, I don't need anybody else. I don't ask for permission. I start the three-way chat and I say, hey, Sally, this is Megan. She is also doing these products with me. We've been both taking these products for about a year. And I just wanted to start this three-way chat. So in case I'm ever busy or you have any questions or there's something that needs to be talked about in here, you've got a concern, there's now two of us that can help you and support you and be here to help you and be there for anything that you need. And I word it that way. So it's not pushy. It's not salesy. It's just, here's another support person for you. This is how our team works. This is how you're going to be supported and successful on these products. Now there's two people here to make sure that that's what's happening. What still happens in these chats with the three ways. So if you're not in a three-way chat before this person signs, then you would add them in. As soon as that happens, like say Megan Wenzel has added somebody, she adds me to the three-way chat, says that same little spiel I just said, I'll go in there and say, hey, Susie, I'm so excited for you. And the excitement is contagious. So when somebody signs, you want to be like hyping this up. I am so freaking pumped for you. I am so excited for you. You are going to kill this. This is going to be amazing. We're going to have so much fun. That is really going to hype them up even more to be excited for themselves. Anyway, so I'll go in there and say, hey, Susie, I'm so pumped for you. Megan was telling me you just ordered the triplex welcome pack. Super, super pumped. Did she tell you about the thank you bonus that the company's offering right now? That is the first way I enter in to talk about the business without even talking about the business. So they'll say, no, what's a thank you bonus? Or, oh, she talked about something, but this and this and this. Whether she did talk about it or not, I'm still going to bring it up and still say, oh, awesome. So right now the company's offering this $300 thank you bonus just for referring 3 people because they know how important accountability partners are. So you can refer 3 friends right now, 3 accountability partners, just like you would if you were joining a gym. You would be like, hey, best friend, hey, sister, you're going to do this with me because I know I'm not going to show up to the gym if I don't have you making me show up. And, we all work together and be accountable. Same kind of concept. So since they know how important that is, which it's like 86% people are more successful when they have accountability partners. So the company is offering a thank you bonus for referring 3 friends to be accountability partners for you. Does that sound interesting to you? And then, whatever they say, you can kind of maneuver around that. And I'll always give them examples. So my first 3 people that I had for my accountability partners, because I know I suck at staying consistent with anything, my sister, my best friend, and my sister-in-law all started with me. I got my products paid for, and we're all still on the products. We're all still being successful and consistent a year later because we had each other's backs. So throwing those examples out there is going to be super important as well. So there is that. It's an easy way to, kind of like slide in that business thing without talking about the business. I don't even say referral bonus anymore. I call it a thank you bonus because the referral word sometimes freaks people out also. So I'm trying to find the smoothest way to talk about the business and make them making money or getting their products paid for without it seeming like they have to be this huge, network marketer. So anyway, on to duplication. I think that's all I had about retention. So just checking in with your people, having a system, making sure, you're checking in on their, 3rd or 4th day to see if they got their products. I actually want to share my screen real quick before I talk about duplication, about this retention, because I don't know where I found this. Maybe in the Jules Facebook page, somebody else had shared this, and I may have shared it in our team chat before, but it's a 30-day customer care schedule. It's got scripts, it's got videos, wicked good. It's wicked good info. Here, share. Okay. Oh my God, this thing always comes like right where I need it to. Okay. Anyway, can you guys see this? Okay. So it's just got everything. Day 1, add to team page, add a sample. Some people will send a sample of a product that they didn't order that same day. Like, thanks for signing up. Try this out too. And each day, if you guys want me to email this, send it to our chat, it's got messages. So day 2, you're sending this YouTube video, which is linked, and here's the script to send. Day 3, same thing. Here's something about the welcome pack, like whatever welcome pack they ordered. Your product should be coming soon. You're really like, the customer care is just over and over and over. You really want to be creating those points of contact all the time. After day 3, it's just tips for success again, and then it goes to day 8. So it's not 30 full days of customer care, like not every single day. You're checking in 1, 2, 3, 8, 10, you're talking about something, day 11, 14, and just getting, like on day 14, they're going to be, hitting that kind of like detoxy point, if they're on the triplex, depending on what they got. So you're going to send a testimony that relates to what they're, joined for. If they were looking for like thyroid help, you would send a testimony based on somebody else that struggled with thyroid stuff. I don't know, it was just super good. Day 18, 21, 25, 30. And it takes 21 days to form a habit. So by then you've talked to them, 8, 10 times, really getting in the groove. So it's really, really important. I can send that if you guys want it. I'm going to stop sharing that now, but it was really, really good. And then on the bottom here, it's got all the videos that you need. So they're linked. They've got all the videos, the detox video, just everything that you would need for this 30 days of customer care. So if that sounds like something interesting to you, I can totally share that. I was reading it over, I've read it over a couple of weeks ago and then again today, and I'm like, I really need to get this down because it's super, super good. Okay, so there is for retention. Make sure you're holding their hand this whole time. Nobody that starts these products knows anything about anything, and we do. So we've got to really hold their hand to make sure that they are being successful, that they're consistent, that they're checking in. I know, who was it I was talking to today? Megan, Diane, one of you, saying, this person's having troubles remembering to take their BioCleanse at night. So when I take my BioCleanse, I'm texting that person being like, hey, I'm taking my BioCleanse because it's bedtime. You should take yours, like a little reminder. You don't have to do that with everybody, but if you've got, a close friend or something like that that's having trouble, just reach out and take that extra little 2 seconds to help them, because it's really going to change the way they feel about the products, the way they feel about the community here, and they'll stay on the products. So, okay, duplication, our biggest thing that we need to work on, I think, along with retention, but duplication. So 80% of people that go silver are still taking these products a year later. Think about that. Think about that, how much money that means you're making off of that one person that added 3 people or more. That's residual income for you for an entire 11 months after that first month. So it's just huge and it's super, super important. Okay. So every time that you add somebody and you're talking about this business and you say, you even just bring up the business, even that thank you bonus, you want to be super, super intentional with what you're saying and how you're handling these people, these specific people. If you get somebody that says, sure, I can try to add 3 people, that is your green light to be in touch with them every single day. Not being pushy, not being like, let's get this done. You're checking in with them every day, teaching them what to do. You're sending them that video that Emily Lothar made that, okay, I signed up. Now what do I do? You're sending that video, you're sending tips, you're checking in every single day. And it's not a check-in that's just like, hey, you're doing awesome, high five. It's not just that. People are getting kicked out and kicked back in. Is there something wrong happening here? No? Okay. Okay. So it's not just a, hey, you're doing awesome. It's a great post today. You made a great post today. So you're really, really building them up. You're doing an amazing job. Here's what we can work on for the next post, or here's what we can work on today. So you want to be encouraging them all the time, but you also want to be teaching them at the same time. So they want to be learning from you, but you also want to be hyping them up all the time, making it exciting. That when somebody sees, when they sign somebody and get that cash and make that cash their first week, they are hyped up and ready to keep going. They're like, dang, I just made $300 in 5 days. Like, that's insane. Let's keep going. What's next? So really, really fueling that hype and really hyping them up is going to keep them going. So, oh my gosh, what was I just saying? Oh yeah. Okay. So leaders in this job, this network marketing company, can't just be cheerleaders. So you can't just be like, high five, yay, you're awesome. You also need to be leading and teaching too. So just like I was saying before, you want to be, yeah, your post was fabulous. Here's what we can fix for the next time. That you put this video I was watching before, her example was you put plexus in the first 2 lines of your Facebook post. Being in this business for a while, you know that when you put plexus in the first 2 lines of your Facebook post or your Instagram post, the people go away. They won't comment, they won't say anything, because they can just go right over to Google and find the information they want about plexus there. So you want to make it that kind of like mystery, like what company is she talking about? Or what is this pink drink? Or what are these products she's talking about? That's what's going to get the people coming to you, asking questions, getting the communication going. Once you have them in a chat, you can hook them in, you can reel them in, you can give them all the info that they're going to get. They're not going to go to Google and find out random lies that, one person had a bad customer service issue, 12 years ago. And so they hate the company and they're going to bash the company. It's like, if you've ever read any of those things on Google, the complaints, it was somebody complaining because they got charged when they just didn't follow the instructions of saying, here's how to cancel. That's all you need to do. But they're mad that they didn't follow the instructions. So they're going to bash the company. But that's the first thing people see when they go Google plexus. So you always want to have them in those chats, get them in the chats with you. Okay. So you want to give them specific goals, walk them through this, say, okay, you added 1 person. Let's message 5 people a day to get your second and third people. And once they've added 2 people, you're 1 away from silver. Let's up this game. Let's message 10 people today. So you always want to be pushing your people, but in a positive way. You know what I mean? You want to be a positive leader. You want to cheer them on while teaching. Don't wait for your newbies to come to you to ask questions. Make sure you are going to them with answers even before they ask questions. You know what I mean? You are literally holding their hand like they were a 5-year-old. And the steps to duplication, if your steps for duplicating are not something that my 10-year-old could sit here and do, then they're too hard. So we want to be making sure that our duplication systems are super simple. So simple is key. Simple is key. If somebody joins this business and they're getting 75 messages from 20 different people being like, do this, do this, do this, do this, they're going to be like, this is way too much. I'm out. This is too difficult. I'm overwhelmed. I'm out. Being overwhelmed is a sign of procrastination, and it's usually because you don't have a plan of action. So you're like, okay, I'm overwhelmed. I'm going to just keep being overwhelmed and not do anything because I don't have a plan. So if you have a plan in action and you have a step-by-step system of what to do, you won't have that overwhelmed feeling and you'll actually get work done rather than like kind of pull back because you're stressed and freaking out from the overwhelm. Okay, so another way to duplicate, share your story with every newbie that you've got. So you want to be, these people that you're in conversations with, you're going to be like, this is how it changed my life, health-wise, business-wise, income-wise, however else. You want to build that belief. So you share their story so that they want to create their own story here. They want to be, better, healthy. They want to be able to pay their bills. They want to be able to buy their car. They want to hit diamond and get that Lexus and drive that around. Whatever their why is, you need to instill your why into them so that they can have the belief to build their own why, if that makes sense. The 3-way chats, bringing up the thank you bonus. That's how you're going to duplicate also. If you feel weird about talking about the business, if you're talking, it's awkward for you to talk about the business, throw your sponsor in there and they can say, hey, did Megan tell you about the thank you bonus? Just like we talked about before. That's a simple way to ease into the business without talking about the business. Okay. Next step is you want to add them. You want to send that Emily video, the getting started video. If you've got another one that you love, whatever works, whatever's working for you, do it. Get them in the Plexus New Ambassador Academy. There is basically a whole start here thing for newbies. It's got all the info. It's got a ton of super, super great info. It's teaching them back office. It's teaching them virtual office, and it goes in units. So you're not extremely overwhelmed. You're learning as you go, which is the amazing thing about this company. And then creating that first post, that first reach out message, doing that together is how you're going to get them to duplicate without them feeling stressed, without them feeling freaked out, without them feeling overwhelmed. Say, okay, here's a great idea for a first Facebook post. Here's some images you can use if you don't have your pink drink yet. Or here's a great message to send out to that list of 20 people that you just made, earlier today after you've watched that Emily video where she says make a list of 25 to 100 people. Here's a great message. Let's come up with this message together. If somebody says, yes, I want info, start a three-way chat and I will help you and I will guide you. So the more simple that we make this, the more people that are going to duplicate. It's simple, super, super simple. These simple systems it's what's going to grow your business. It's what's going to propel your business forward, create that momentum. So as we grow, we are teaching these simple steps to everybody that we add so that they feel confident enough to teach them. And we do those three-way chats the whole way down. So I hope that was helpful. These little things about retention and duplication. It's so easy and simple when we talk about it here. And I think a lot of us just get like super stressed, like, oh my God, somebody wants the business. What do I say? What do I do? What's this? Or how do I even bring up the business? Or how do I retain these people each week? When you have three-way chats and you are brand new and somebody's like, oh, who was it today? Maybe Christy. Somebody said, I'm having chest pain. Christy has just joined this business. Like, I wouldn't know what to say. You know what I mean? Anybody wouldn't know what to say. Having that three-way chat set up, I was able to go in there, say, okay, what are you drinking for water? What did you eat? Just that troubleshooting stuff. So if we didn't have that three-way set up, it could have been, a lost person. That lady was ready to turn her sub off. She was donezo with plexus because she had heartburn or, chest pain or something like that. So always, I know it's so easy to be like, I got this. I don't need a three-way chat. I'm a boss. I don't need anybody helping me. It is not just for that. Like, I know every single one of you can handle these things on your own. It's just that extra third-party validation. So many people, and I say this all the time, I could be in a three-way chat. I could say one thing to somebody 35,000 times, and Megan's out will go in there, say the same exact thing, and they'd be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Like, after I literally just said it 30 million times beforehand. So it's just, some people just need that third-party validation. So I know it sounds awesome when you can do things on your own and you're Miss Independent. And I promise you that is not the reason for the three-way chats. They are not so Mama Bear can come in and do the job for you. That is not the case. That is not the reason for it. It's for extra support, extra help, extra guidance. And so that the new people can learn what to say when they have this issue again in the future. So anyway, does anybody have any questions or anything like that to finish this off before we get shut off in 3 minutes? No. Awesome. Well, you guys have an amazing night. Happy Wednesday. Thanks for being flexible with switching to tonight because of whatever we had last night. I already forget. Another training, another Zoom. But anyway, have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys in our team chat.